What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you how to do a half cab flip. This is one of those tricks that's way easier than it looks. Before you learn how to do a half cab flip, you need to be comfortable riding fakie. You need to know how to do a half cab, which is just a fakie 180. And you need to know how to do a kick flip. A half cab flip is one of those tricks where you're combining two tricks, and it actually feels like those two tricks just combined. Unlike tricks like a frontside flip, which doesn't really feel like a kick flip and a 180. With the half cab flip, it really feels like you're just doing a kick flip while you're doing a 180. So with this trick, you don't need a lot of scoop. So you can put your front foot anywhere on the tail. I like to put it right in the middle of the tail. You don't have to actually put it in the pocket. It's not like a 3 flip where you have to scoop the board around. I usually don't under rotate the board. If anything, I usually scoop it too hard and over rotate the board. So for this trick, I have my front foot in a normal kick flip position right behind the front bolts. But I actually pull my heel off a little bit more for this trick than I would for a kick flip. I found that if I pull my heel off a little bit more, it slows down the flip. So if more of my foot is on the board, it's going to be applying more friction to the flick, and it's going to make the board flip faster. So for this trick, I tend to over flip way more than I under flip. Sometimes I'll do one of these and it just does like a quadruple kick flip, and I'm scared to land on it because the board is just spinning so fast. So I kind of pull my heel off a little bit more so that I don't flick the board as much. So just like any trick that combines a kick flip with a 180, this trick is all in the shoulders. So you're rolling backwards with your shoulders parallel with your board. Then before you even pop, start to turn your shoulders the way you want your body and your board to go. Your board will follow your shoulders. So when you're about 90 degrees, that's when you start to flick with your front foot. So with the kick flip on this trick, you're going to drag your front foot forward and flick the board right where the nose starts to curve up. That's going to cause the board to do a kick flip, but hitting the nose is actually going to cause the nose to go down and the tail to come up. So that will even out the board in the air so the trick doesn't look rocketed. So any trick where you flick the board with your front foot like a kick flip or a heel flip, you're going to catch that trick with your back foot. Anytime your back foot is the last thing touching the board, you're going to catch those tricks with your front foot. So with this trick, since it is a kick flip, you're going to have your back foot ready to catch the board as it comes around. If you're having trouble with this trick, you can try to just land it with your front foot and then try to just land it with your back foot and get comfortable landing one foot on the board. Then you can try to land both feet. The half cab flip is definitely easier than a regular backside flip. The fact that you're moving backwards actually helps the board come around. So it's easier to learn while you're rolling than to learn this one stationary, like on carpet. One of the major problems I see with this trick is when people land, they're leaning too far back, so the board shoots out forward. Also, when you're flicking the board, if you're leaning too far back, the board's going to go in front of you. So you just got to practice your balance, keep your shoulders parallel with the board, stay over the board the entire time, and just think about having a good center of gravity. Another problem I have sometimes is I land primo. This is a good trick for landing primo because you can underflip it a little bit or overflip it a little bit. Landing on the side of the board is never fun. I like to use footprint insoles if I'm doing tricks like this. So if I do land primo, it doesn't really hurt because those insoles absorb most of the impact. If you're learning flip tricks and you're tearing up a lot of shoes, you can try skating DKL non-abrasive grip tape. because it doesn't tear up your shoes if you're going to be doing a lot of flicking. A lot of times, fakie tricks are easier than doing the tricks while you're rolling forward, especially with 180 tricks, because then you do land the trick rolling forward. If you're still trying to learn how to do a kickflip, I've got a how to kickflip video. I'll link that in the description below and at the end of this video. I've also got videos about frontside and backside 180s, so I'll link that video below as well. Like I said, this trick feels really natural, and once you get it, you'll be able to get pretty consistent with half cab flips. It's all in the shoulders, so you have to think about turning your shoulders first, flicking the board about halfway around, flicking up to the nose, and catching it with your back foot. If you get those steps down, then you'll be able to land this trick consistently. I'm still trying to do how-to videos on every single trick, so if there's a certain trick you want to learn, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll think about doing a video on it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like this kind of content, reviews, tutorials, and just videos about what I'm learning as I grow as a skateboarder, then hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.